Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for today's Soulmate Oracle reading, and I really want to thank you all for subscribing and giving me the support and all their comments and emails that you sent me all the time. It means the world to me. It makes me feel so uplifted. It makes me feel so blessed to be a part of your life, and you're a part of my life because I make it my business to make these reading videos out every single week because I know that they are empowering our lives. They're empowering your life. They're empowering my life because you're gaining something that's giving me something. It's an energy exchange. Now, if you've landed on this reading video and the dates don't correspond with anything that's here, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to follow this reading by the weeks. I give the weeks because it's this week, but actually this reading is sent to you. It's a message for you. So you need to watch this whole entire video in order to get the messages that are being given to you. Now, I do this on a weekly basis, so you are more than welcome if you're not already subscribed to me, and you will receive the message videos as they come, as soon as I post them. So this week is a lot to do with changes, and the changes that are happening, it's the energy shifts that we're receiving, we're feeling them. It's not because they're still going on. It feels like that they are. After what has happened over the last couple of months, it's been some spectacular spiritual events that's been happening, but as you all know, what happened with the earthquakes and the hurricanes, and I'm not going into the natural disasters, but they are part of the energy shifts that happened after the solar eclipse, the Lion's Gate, everything like all bottled up into one. This is like the aftermath. And like the aftermath, it's all about us understanding that we stand together. We are all as one. We are unity. We have to stick together as one because all of this is happening, not just all of a sudden, but it's been working up to it. And I've been talking about it the last couple of months because we need to stand together, whatever the energy shifts are. You're feeling it because maybe there's a message for you. Maybe something's calling out to you, particularly to help out. Maybe it's not just necessarily donating money, but maybe it's putting out maybe some food or supplies or something that you need to do in order to get that energy going. I mean, my heart goes out to everybody, and I donate and I do what I can. I also pray and send love and light to each and every one of the people that are affected by this natural disasters, because it will eventually taper down. It will eventually balance out. Things will get better. Okay, remember that. Right now it's just it's an uproar in many different places. So we have to all stick together, and we all have to look at this as something that we have to focus on our lives. We have to straighten out our lives. We have to balance things in our life because it makes you think. I mean, it's up to you to do this for yourself. I'm only going to bring out the messages that are being brought to me, to you, and it's best that you just take it with you and use it to your highest good. Okay? So without further delay, let's begin. Okay, I've meditated and really asked our angels and spirit guides on what we need to know and the messages that are necessary in our lives that we need to hear for this time, especially during this difficult season with a lot of negativities and things that you're hearing around the world. We don't want to involve ourselves, but we're kind of involved because it is around our universe. So the cards that I've used today were the very beautiful Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed, one of my favorite decks, and a lot of energy is being given in this reading. Okay, so the first card that I pulled, Restriction. Okay, this card represents the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine feels restricted right now. The Divine Feminine is giving us a feeling as if we are not gaining strength to walk through this path. We feel sometimes inside of ourselves that we are not complete. There is something more out there. And maybe you're getting this feeling inside yourself that you're not getting enough. Things are not happening. Maybe you feel the soulmate that you're currently connected to is not giving to you what you're looking for. Maybe this person is not showing or expressing, or maybe not even showing up in your life because this is a restriction. This is something you're feeling, that maybe you're just wanting to call it quits and just say, forget about it. I'm not going to do it anymore. Whatever the relationship is, this is part of the path that you're on right now. As you can see, this path, you're walking along this path. You are definitely involved in this path. And with everything that's around this path, it looks like a beautiful garden, and maybe up ahead it might not be so beautiful. And if it isn't beautiful, you still have to walk through this path in order to get there. But you're feeling restricted, and restriction is never a good thing. Sometimes restriction takes us to a place where we feel totally lost, totally disconnected, and totally like we just want to give up and go the other way, go the opposite direction, which is backwards, which you can't do. Restriction happens because of the divine feminine needs nurturing. The divine feminine needs more, and you're feeling this. You don't have to be a woman, you don't have to be a man, but the divine feminine lives inside of you, and you're feeling restricted, that you need to focus on that path and just move forward. Don't allow distractions, because we do get distracted. We do have people, we have situations. Sometimes it's not by our hand that we become distracted. It's because of the people that is in our lives. Sometimes you have to say, I'm going to take a step back and not focus on what this person has been doing to me. Maybe it's somebody at work. Maybe it's somebody that is a family member that is just throwing some type of negative energy at you. Maybe you're not being treated as well as you would like to be, and this person doesn't see you for who you are. That it actually distracts you from your total path, that you don't realize why you're feeling restricted. It's mainly because you're not getting the knowledge of love around you, the feeling of love, the feeling of being wanted. So the time now is to not focus on the distractions that are around you as it is in this path, and just keep walking, keep moving. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Focus. As you can see, these cards are very beautiful. They all symbolize a form of nature and beauty and just the earth. The earth is a beautiful place, and I know it's hard right now with everything that's going on, but it is a very beautiful place that things are settling down. You need to focus on what is truth, what is in your life at the moment. Now, as we talked about the restrictions, the divine feminine right here needs to focus. The divine feminine has some issues with the things that are around her, and you need to focus on that place, that certain purpose that you have in your life. That being restricted is causing you to be unfocused. Maybe you haven't been focusing enough in your work area. Maybe your job situation or your career doesn't seem like it's moving fast enough, but actually it is. You have things in your life that is moving, but you're feeling like you're at a standstill, and standstill energy is what is causing the distraction. Because what your expectations may be, maybe you're focusing on, I should be higher end, I should be higher up, I should be in this position, I should be the way I should be, but there are people around me not allowing me to get there, and they're definitely causing me to feel restricted with my movement forward, with my relationship. Maybe the main focus is not solely on you, but maybe it's on the people that you're focusing on is causing this distraction. This is a time, I feel it's a message that divine feminine is saying, I need to focus more on myself and focus on what I have around me. This is a time where we're coming close to a new season. As you know, that energy of autumn or energy of spring is here. It's floating in the air, and autumn is what represents a lot to do with letting go and starting over. Just like the leaves are turning, just like things come to an end, well, guess what? They actually start all over again. It's a cycle. It's the cycle around us. It's a cycle in our lives, and it doesn't necessarily mean cooler temps are coming in and we're getting close to a new energy light. The autumn equinox represents us focusing on our higher self. The holidays that are coming up in these next few months, you need to focus, and you need to focus on yourself. The birth of light is coming up. The birth of love is in the air, and maybe the life that you've had with this certain person in your life hasn't been perfect. Maybe this person hasn't been treating you the way you've always wanted to be treated, and that is something that you have to work out yourself. Sometimes we don't find the ideal mate, we don't find the ideal relationship that we want, but though we're connected and we can't help who we're connected to, this is a time to focus on what you truly want and your intentions for the upcoming year. And the upcoming year is going to be promising new beginnings, new feelings of light, new feelings of love. But if you're not seeing it and you're not focusing, you feel restricted, how are you ever going to get past that? How are you ever going to get through that path? That path is there for you. So I really feel this is a message that you need to start focusing and stop feeling so restricted on everything that's been in your life, that's been around you. You're doing great, you're doing fine, you're doing wonderful. You have to keep telling yourself this as well, because you're trying. You're watching this reading because obviously there is something there that is telling you, I need to hear this message, and maybe this message came to you randomly. Maybe you just stumbled on this reading. Maybe you've been subscribed to me, and thank you if you are. But whatever it is something that was meant for you to hear, and you need to kind of like readjust. I like to say it in a way where we just got done with Mercury retrograde, so it's time to regroup and refocus and let go of those challenges that you think that you have in your mind, and stop feeling so restricted, because there's a new dawn, a new day that's happening around you, but you're not seeing it because you feel restricted. Okay, the next card, love. And as you can see, well, if we can get away from this ring light, love is a beautiful thing. Love conquers all. Love is, I know you all know what love is, and I don't have to explain it, but it is something very beautiful. As you can see in this card, there's lots of areas of love around, but though the love is not coming through because you may not be feeling it because you're not focused on it. There's a lot that's happening inside you right now. Maybe you're feeling frustrated, because there's a lot of energy shifts that are still happening right now. I mean, we're over the month of August, and you know, this month of September seems to be just as extreme and maybe more intense than it was in August with the energy shifts. But these energy shifts are actually like aftermath from what happened in August, and sometimes they feel more extreme, sometimes they feel more intense, and you must not let them overpower you. Because whatever is happening right now, we all have to, like I said earlier, we all have to stand together, and you need to stand on your feet. You need to stand still. You need to be strong. You need to fight off anything that has been occurring in your life. Maybe this relationship that you're involved in is not totally what you want. Like I said, it's like a relationship that you feel like you're just spinning your wheels and not going anywhere. It's a time to refocus on. Maybe it's a time for a good conversation and a sit down on what you want out of this relationship. There's many ways that you can look at this, but the way I see it right now is that love is there, and love is going to be opening up for you. You have that coming now into your life. The masculine energy is dominating right now and telling you that you're in a good place for yourself, that you need to look at that love. You need to stop restricting yourself and saying, I've had enough, and stop feeling like you're deprived. Love is happening now in your life, and it's coming up. It's happening in your life now. Love is blossoming, but you need to focus on it. Maybe there's a relationship that you've been looking at in your life and saying, this person is not hearing me. This person is not seeing me. This person doesn't understand me. Maybe this person is not with you right now. But whatever it is, there is love there. And that love is just like, it seems like it's circulating between you two. But you need to focus on what you truly want out of this love relationship. Are you looking to make it more than what it is, or are you looking to embrace what it is? I really feel you should look at what you truly want out of this relationship. Sometimes people think they know what they want because it's ego. And ego, we've talked about ego before. Ego sometimes can say, you know what? This person is not coming to me. I'm just going to drop it, and I'm going to just break it off with this person. This person's not listening to me. Well, that's ego, because maybe that person feels the same way about you. Maybe your twin is saying, I don't understand him, or I don't understand her, and I feel the same way. Maybe you both are feeling each other's energy. That happens. You need to communicate and have a good conversation about this if you're having difficulties and challenges. Like I said, these energy shifts are creating a lot of disturbances when it comes to divine partners right now. And if you're apart from that person, it's something that you need to think about. Maybe you need to reach out to that person. Maybe it's time for some kind of like communication to start flowing between you two. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Trust. Now, as far as trusting goes, you know, it's a big word. It really is, because if somebody has lost your trust, and we've all had it, but when it comes to trust, you have to trust your heart. You really do. Trusting into what you feel, your faith, your love, the feeling that you have, it's all about coming together and trusting into what your heart has been flowing with love, with brimming with light. You have to trust that beautiful, energetic feeling that is inside of you. Trusting love so that you can focus on your true identity and stop being restricted from the feelings that you have for this person. Maybe you're holding back. Maybe there's something that you're not getting, because you need to trust into what your heart is telling you. So when it comes to a relationship that has been going through like a rocky course, I really feel like there's a lot going on in a person's life right now that this rocky course is causing distrust and lack of faith with that person cannot make a relationship work. If you don't have trust, it's number one. Love is going to happen, yes, but love will just feel hurt versus having the love, and then you're going to be going in this circle pattern where nothing is ever being done, and that's where the restriction comes in. So refocus. Look at what this pattern has been causing you. Are you going around in circles? Are you thinking, this person doesn't love me, and I don't feel that this person will ever love me, and you know what? I'm just going to forget about it and, you know, not love this person back. Does that make it feel better? No, it doesn't, because you're not trusting what your heart is telling you. And yes, maybe you've been hurt before by this person, but if there's something that's telling you you need to move forward, you need to do something in your life to trust this person. Maybe this person wants you back in their life, and maybe you want that person back in their life, but you're holding back, you're resisting. Or maybe that person hasn't come forward yet, but you trust in your heart that this person has the feelings, this person has the love, and you don't have no feeling for anyone else because you know deep down in your heart that this person will be back in your life. Most likely it will happen because it's something that you trust. You know, this is not, like I said before, it's not a direct reading for anyone, but it is. It's more generalized. It's the messages that you're getting, and that's why I throw out a lot of different types of scenarios of relationships so that you can understand that maybe this is something you need to look at. I don't know your situation, but you know your situation, so you need to analyze it and you need to look at it. Sometimes things would seem on the surface seem to be very restricted. I feel like that's a very strong card right now, is being restricted. Restricted and trust. Trust and have faith into what you believe in, and stop feeling so restricted. Start balancing the feelings you have. Maybe it's not that person. Maybe it's you. Maybe there's issues inside of you. Like I always said, two wrongs don't make a right. So maybe you need to reevaluate yourself so that you can come to a level and feel good about yourself, so that you don't feel like, hey, this person is never coming to me and I'm never going to get the love that I want, or maybe I'm never going to find the love that I want in my life. You have to stop the negative thinking and trust in your heart. Yes, I am going to meet Mrs. Right or Mr. Right. I am going to meet that person one day. I trust it. I trust in God. I have faith in the divine. I know that this is going to turn around for me, but I need to just let it go. Let go of all that excess baggage and stop feeling restricted, because that's what the general message is. Stop feeling restricted and just trust the love that's in your heart and focus on moving forward. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I know that this reading resonated with me in some ways. I know it may have resonated with you as well. And if it doesn't resonate right away, I always say revisit this video maybe in a week, a couple of days, tomorrow, you know, whatever it is. You need to understand that this reading is messages that are coming to you, and these messages are pertaining to something in your life. Okay, so if you'd like a personalized reading. I do offer many different types of readings: phone, chat, and email. And the links will be down below in the description area. They're on my blogs. You could also check out my videos, which will have a lot of different types of Q&A videos if you have questions. Also, if you do have questions, you can leave them down in the comments area, and I will try my best to get to them as soon as I can. It's been really crazy lately that I have not had time. And also, if you like my reading, please give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and thank you all for subscribing to my channel, and the new subscribers that have subscribed, I thank you so much. So until next time, God bless and namaste.